guys, so tonight I am making Mexican. Who does not love Mexican? But often it can be really loaded with fat and calories, sodium, things that aren't good for us. So if we make our own at home, that really gives us the opportunity to control all of those ingredients and make it a little bit healthier. So what I have here is a pound of ground beef. I'm using a grass-fed beef, which you want to get if you can. And instead of that taco seasoning packet, which we've all used before, I'm going to make this a little healthier by making my own seasoning. The classic seasoning, what's in those taco seasoning packets, has things like garlic powder. And each of these I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons. Now, again, this does not need to be exact. We're just going to eyeball this. Onion powder I have going in next. Then I have a little bit of cumin, which gives it a really nice smoky flavor. Coriander, which you really don't have to use coriander. If you don't have coriander, that's okay. And then you can either use chili powder or you can use a smoked paprika. I absolutely love smoked paprika. This may not be something that you are familiar with, but if you don't have this, I would really encourage you to get some smoked paprika next time you go to the supermarket. It can be used in so many dishes, Tex-Mex dishes. I use it on chicken, pork, beef, anything like that. It's delicious. Also in some salad dressings, like pasta salad. It's great. You just give a little bit of smoky flavor, but again, it doesn't have any heat to it. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of salt, just some sea salt, and a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Now, one thing about that taco seasoning packet that, you know, I always wondered how to kind of replicate the flavor is if you look at the ingredients, there is a tomato product in it, and it's some type of ground tomato product. I'm not really even sure if it's real tomatoes. So the way that you can sort of replicate that flavor is by using some tomato paste. Now, tomato paste is either going to come in a can, or you can buy it in a tube that you just squirt out and you can leave in your refrigerator. It's a little bit more pricey. So I like to buy the can, and I'm going to show you how you can store this because you don't need this whole can. But what you would do is open your can, put in a couple of tablespoons, and then when you're ready to store it, you get either some parchment paper or you can use just some saran wrap. And then what you want to do, this has been frozen, so this is some that I've already stored. Then what you want to do is just put it right onto your parchment or your saran wrap, and then sort of roll it up into a log, and you just twist it up, store it in the freezer, pop it out, and cut you off a piece whenever you need it. So what I'm going to use in here is about 2 tablespoons of that tomato paste. Now, I use this all the time in stews, soups, things like I make a homemade enchilada sauce that you can use the tomato paste in. So there's tons of uses for it. Don't waste that can of tomato paste. And then if you remember, when you use those taco seasoning packets, it always calls for a little bit of water. So I'm going to put in about 1.25 cups of water. And then I'm just going to let that simmer for a little bit and let those flavors combine, let the water cook out of it a little bit. And that's going to make a delicious taco meat that took no time and was cheaper than buying that packet. Now I want to give you another tip. If you want to add even a little bit more flavor, or if you feel like you need a little moisture added to your meat, it's great to just add a salsa to that. Sometimes I'll just sprinkle in a little bit of salsa in that, gives it an even yummier flavor. So that's an option too. Now, as far as what we're going to do with this and how we're going to eat it, well, of course you can have hard shell tacos, soft shell tacos, and I want to kind of give you some ideas of healthier versions for those things. So for soft shell, I really love this brand. It's called Rudy's. You find this in the frozen food section. It is gluten-free, which is awesome if you're watching your gluten. They're very pliable. They have about 90 calories per tortilla, and there's about 5 grams of fiber. So these are pretty healthy. I really love these. Next for the hard shell tacos. This is a great brand. It's called Garden of Eaton. The thing about corn products is you want to try and make sure they say non-GMO. If you can see here, this says non-GMO, which means it's not genetically modified. Most corn products nowadays, if they don't say non-GMO, then they are genetically modified, which means they're not even real food. They've been created in a lab, which, as you can imagine, is not good for us. So Garden of Eaton also makes a great organic tortilla chip. So these are the ones that we love to use. To top your taco, soft shell, hard shell, or maybe you want to just make this into a taco salad, which would be even healthier. Who doesn't want some cheese? I mean, you got to have a little bit of cheese. Now, what I like to do saves money and is healthier for you is just to grate my own cheese. I just get, this just happens to be a Cracker Barrel. This was the brand that was on sale. But make sure you get a sharp cheddar cheese. By using a sharp cheese, that is going to allow you to use less of the cheese, but still have all that great flavor. If you can see this cheese, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's really moist. I just grated this myself. That's because the cheese that you buy that's already grated has some type of product that keeps it from sticking together. So essentially a preservative or chemical. By grating it yourself, you eliminate that. Now, if you don't want to hand grate it, you can use a food processor. Most food processors have that attachment on it that you can grate. And sometimes if I know I'm making another dish during the week that has is going to call for cheese, I'll just buy the blocks of cheese, grate all of it at once, and store it in the refrigerator, and you're good to go for the rest of the week. Now, other things to top your tacos with. We mentioned salsa. Do not buy sour cream. I am telling you, this Fage 2% Greek yogurt tastes just like sour cream and has so much less fat and more protein in it. You are going to love this, so definitely try that. You can also top it with some sliced or diced avocado. Such a healthy fat. Avocado is considered a superfood. We really should be consuming more and more of that in our diet. Squeeze a fresh lime, or even make yourself some guacamole. Guacamole is so easy. All you need is lime, avocado, some chopped onion, salt and pepper, and you are good to go. And then the other thing what I'm going to serve with it tonight, my family loves corn, so I want to give you a tip on how to cook corn in just a really quick way. 1 ear of corn, if you have 1 ear, pop it in the microwave, 3 minutes per ear. So if I have 4 ears, I'm going to put it in for 12 minutes. Just like this, in the husk. It cooks perfectly every single time. All you have to do when you take it out, of course it's going to be hot, so be careful. Pull the husk back, the silks will just fall away, and you have this perfectly cooked ear of corn every single time, I promise. The other thing that I don't happen to not have over here tonight, but is a good option to eat with Mexican, is black beans. Just some black beans, or make a corn and black bean salad. That is just delicious. So packed with fiber and protein. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. So next time you get that craving for Mexican food, I hope that you will try this. It's going to be quick, easy, and your family is going to love it. See you next time.